Okay, you ready to have some fun? The answer better be yes. Okay, so we're gonna look at this is gonna be something very important. Not necessarily like what you're doing, but like the why you're doing this. Because when we get into Unit 4, pretty much this is all that we will be doing is dimensional analysis. So with dimensional analysis, this is where that one day where I told you, hey, the infinite sig figs, like we'll get there when we get there. This is the day that we got here. Hooray. All right, so when you do a dimensional analysis, you're just converting from one unit to another. So really the best way to just teach this is just diving in and doing the example. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 of them. 1, really simple. Make sure you save room. You got 3 gallons and you're converting to cups. So I'm gonna look at my little chart that you have to use, not memorize. You'll get this if you need it. And you gotta find somewhere, is there gallons to cup conversion factor? Where would you look first of all? You look at the volume. Good answer. Do you see anything gallons to cups? No, right? So with that, I gotta find something to get me out of gallons to get me to what I want to go to. So I write it like this. I multiply by the conversion factor. So I'm just gonna, I got 1 gallon to quarts. So for every 1 gallon, you got 4 quarts. I don't want quarts, I want cups. So I gotta keep going. Where's quarts? A quarts conversion factor. Here's one. 1 quart is 2 pints. So I'm gonna multiply by that conversion factor. 1 quart goes on the bottom, 2 pints goes on top. My goal is to cancel out these until I'm left with cups. Now, do you see pints to cups anywhere? Oh, I do. It's right there. So for every 1 pint, you have 2 cups. And now you just multiply straight across to get your answer. So 3 times 4 times 2 times 2, that's going to give you 48 cups. And you got to match sig figs. So these right here, like these are conversion factors. Remember, they're infinite. These don't count as your sig figs. Really easy. Whatever you start with is what you end with. I started with 2 sig figs. My answer has 2 sig figs. I'm happy. Very good. Good job, Coach P. All right, draw a little line. I'm gonna do another one. This time we're gonna change 2 conversion factors at once. So I'm gonna go from 2.40 grams per milliliter, and I'm gonna convert that to pounds per gallon. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this 2.4 as a fraction. So it's like miles per hour. How many hours? Per 1 hour. So it's the same thing here. For every 2.4 grams, I have 1 milliliter. So I'm gonna set it up like this. For 1 milliliter, and then I gotta convert. You can start with the top, you can start with the bottom first. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna start with the top. So do you see anything in your chart that says grams to pounds as a conversion factor? Oh, I do, it's right here. So what you're gonna do, your gram, what you don't want goes on the bottom and what you want goes on top. 1 pound is 454 grams. That cancels out, I'm left with pounds. That's what I want. But now I need to get to gallons. So what I'm gonna do now, do I see anything from milliliters to gallons? The answer is no. So I need to work my way to get there. So milliliter now is gonna go up here because I gotta cancel it out down here. I don't want it. So I do have, the only thing on here that I see is milliliters to liters. So a liter here, 1,000 to 1. 1 liter goes on the bottom. Now, do you see liters to gallons in that volume section? No. So we gotta keep going. Remember, liters gotta go up here so I can cancel it out. So for every 1 liter, I have 1.06 quarts. We're almost there. 4 quarts, 1 gallon. Quarts canceled out. My units that I'm left with is pounds per gallon, which is what I want. So how you would do this, ooh, I don't have room for that example. That's okay. We'll do it somewhere else. So what you do in your calculator is you do, in parentheses, 2.40 times 1,000, close it off. Sorry, I forgot the 4. Times 4. And on the bottom, parentheses, where'd that come from? 454 times 1.06. And that should give you your answer. So, without sig figs, it could come out to this, 19.95 pounds per gallon. 3 sig figs is what I started out with. 3 is what I need. So here is 3 sig figs. 5 is going to round the 9 up. 9 is going to round the 9 up. 9 is going to round the 1 up. So that leaves me with 20.0 pounds per gallon. There's your sig figs right there. 3 significant figures. All right, last little example I'm going to do with you. I'm going to do it up here. You can do it up here too, because you probably took up that much room like I did. Or wherever you want, I don't care. It's your notes. You do what you want. Let's say I have 12.5 inches per milliliter. It's weird stuff, but you know what? It's for the practice. And I'm going to convert that to micrometers per deciliter. So the DAL, or you see it as capital D, L, whatever. So you're going to be in a little pickle here. Let's just start out with the top. I'm going to convert the 12.5 inches per 1 milliliter. And I'm gonna go to the micrometers first. So I don't see anything from inches to micrometers or inches to meters on here on the length side. But I do see inches to centimeters, so that's what I'm gonna start first. 1 inch on the bottom, 2.54 centimeters here. Now, what I can do, I got centimeters here. I know you don't see it on the chart. This is where you don't need the chart. Centimeters to micrometers. We're gonna go back to that thing we did a couple days ago. Go into our chart. Remember this? This is what we're using. So we're going from centimeters, flippers, centimeters to micrometers. What's bigger, the centimeter or the micrometer? If you said micrometer, you're wrong. It's centimeter. So you can write this as a conversion factor. For every 1 centimeter, because that's the bigger one, you have, how do you figure this out? How many spaces do you get to micrometer? 1, 2, 3, 4. So for every 1 centimeter, you have 10,000 micrometers. So that's how you can use that as a conversion factor. So I'm gonna do 1 centimeter here, and then 10,000 up top right here. All right, I'm at micrometers. Now, same thing. I'm gonna work on the bottom. So milliliter is gonna go up top right here, and then the deciliter is gonna go right here, because that's the unit I want on the bottom. So remember, deciliter, this is the same thing right there. What's bigger, the deciliter or the milliliter? It's the deciliter. So for every 1 deciliter, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry, I'm eavesdropping, so I kind of stopped talking. I lost my train of thought. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom! There you go. So that is 10,000 milliliters again. So going back. I'm just going to put for every one. That's 10. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. And you set it equal, and you're going to get a very large number. You're going to end up getting, again, sig figs, 3 sig figs. So it's going to end up being 3.18 times 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, to the 9th micrometers per decaliters. And there's your answer right there. So those are 3 examples. What you need to do, and I'm going to check them. You need to do all these right here. That's the end. 1 through 19. Plenty of time. You got the entire class period to work on these. No reason why you don't finish. And the key will be posted so you can check yourself. This stuff will be on the quiz. We'll go over it before the quiz, just to make sure you're dandy at it. Maybe we'll do a little extra credit or bonus point activity before the quiz with this stuff too. If you got any questions, bring them in class on Thursday.